Okay, finish. Yeah.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the eighth episode of Genshin and Chill. Um, Kilvista is back in the building,
Hey, hey, hey.
and we have the one and only General in the building. Yeah, man. We're like 1 or 2 days, I think 1 day, and maybe a few hours away from the new banners. Very controversial banners. People are people are trolling the banners. People are saying skip this banner. Um, we've got a few trailers for both Yomiya and Sayu. So before I ask y'all, what are your final decisions on pulling on this banner? What do you think of first of all the new Sayu trailer?
I think she's
Um,
adorable.
of course. I think
I think she's adorable.
she's okay. She's okay. She's adorable for true. I wouldn't lie, but she's okay. In terms of the character itself, and like having her as an addition to your team, I guess
Yeah,
I see she has a lot of utility and whatnot. She can heal. She can do damage. She's just like a lesser gene, but
yeah,
then area of healing is a lot wider. Plus, she does both a gene style of healing as well as a Diona. So she's like a mix of the different healers, and I think she adds a lot of utility. But I don't know in terms of her damage and whatnot. I don't know nothing about it yet. But she's really nice. She looks good. Like um, Ting said, she's adorable. And if you're into that kind of character style, definitely. I'm not the one to I'm not the one to go down that lane, but I'm more
yeah.
looking for damage and what they can do for me. If I
You're on the
find it,
meta skill.
it's yeah, it's so more so on the meta skill. But yeah. She's adorable.
What
Well,
about
I
you,
mean,
General? Yes.
I as cute as she is, I don't think I'll be rolling on that banner. To be honest, it's kind of meh because a
Hmm.
lot of these characters are I already have them at C6, so
Wow.
right. So I
Okay.
there's kind of no point in rolling apart from if I wanted to get Sayu, which I don't really, because I have healers and I have so many anemo characters that I don't think I'll be doing that. So yeah, it's a pass for me.
Yeah, and plus she's a female as well.
That too.
For me, I'm a bit torn. Well, the thing is, I would have rolled definitely on the banner if it wasn't for Diona because I already have a C6 Diona. So knowing me with my terrible luck, I would probably pull a few Dionas, and it's just that I mean I've always wanted at least C2 Jinyan, and then I know everybody keeps saying oh Jinyan isn't all that, but I'm just seeing like at least like if I'm running a double pyro team and jungling is probably being used somewhere else. Like let's say I wanted a bit more defense, so I had like run her with Bennett and a DPS and somebody else. I always imagine to me that that might have like worked out somehow. But to me to get to use her, I would have to have at least C2, and she's at C0. Now, would I be willing to roll so much on that banner to try to get C2? Definitely not. To me, I would be satisfied with C1 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 Sayu, because like I feel like she has a an ability like Bennett where she has that but I'm not 100% sure, but to me from what I heard it's like she might give you an she might she
A
might heal
buff?
you at she might heal you at 70% or
Oh, yeah,
there was something like that. I can't remember exactly, but I think
yeah.
C1 gets rid of that. So
Oh,
um I don't want to give out any false information and says she gives you a buff, but to me it I'm not sure if it was a buff, but there I know there was a condition for healing.
yeah, it's
And
like Bennett.
yeah. So um I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind getting on my first pool get two copies one time. But
Good luck.
I know
Oh, imagine.
yeah, but I know that would never happen though in my life. So I feel like somehow made myself look like a female to trick me Hoyo into giving me better luck.
I like that. I like that.
But yes, Sayu looks really cool. Especially the whole Sonic vibe. I wish she had a bit of well, it doesn't look to me like she has any CC in her kit. But she does have swirl. I think she has a bit of swirl when she goes into Sonic mode. Because I definitely saw an element swirling around her. But she looks like an interesting character. I've heard a couple of content creators saying that the rolling mechanics might be a nightmare for mobile users. So I'm kind of interested to see how that will work out. Um, I always like these characters that change the game in terms of well, not the game entirely, but like give you a different perspective of like using a character. Like Kazuha has his the way he uses his E is like interesting. You can dodge, you can attack, you can swirl with him. Um, then you have people like Mona and Ayaka, who you can. A lot of people don't like their dash,
Dash.
but I feel like to me their dash makes them interesting and sets them apart. You
Yeah,
have Shao, who like some people call boring because of he just constantly plunges at C0, and you know at first like when I was just watching his gameplay before he came out, I was like, that's all you do, plunge. But then actually using him, it doesn't feel boring to me. But I can see why some people might feel that way. I think I was watching a video with Tectone where he was rating the different characters at C6, the 5 stars at C6, and he says like Shao is just a totally different beast at C6, which I can agree. But I still really like him at C0. To me, he's still one of my strongest characters. So and he's still one of my favorites as well. So
yeah,
it's like a lot of people have their different kind of people who they prefer in terms of mechanics, but I like characters who make things interesting. And yeah, I find like especially in exploring the world as well, and I find that little rolling ball kind of mechanic, I find that really interesting. Like I don't really see her as like whoa, like a
An
game changer to
amazing,
my
like, oh
team.
my God.
Yeah, but like just for exploration and animal the having a double animal um in your
yeah. It gives
team is
stamina
good for
reduction.
yeah, it's good for stamina reduction. And I was thinking to myself, okay, um I usually use sucrose with Shao, but then nowadays I end up using her on other teams because how elemental mastery has gotten buff. So that means Shao is without an animal character. So if I get
Wait,
Sayu, then I can actually include another. I could have animal characters on both of my teams. So that was a thought that came to my head, and I was like, that's actually a good use for Spiral Beast for me. Like, yeah, instead of having a useless Barbara healer there, make have
yeah.
somebody that actually.
She'll be both a healer and a battery for Zhao.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, yeah, that's an interesting use for her. So I'm like, yeah, that can actually do something decent. So have a bowling ball for Zhao to use.
Lord.
But yeah, man. I'm really interested to see how people use her, how her kit will be, how she will play in the test run, and well, everybody knows by now that I'm running 2 accounts, so I'm feeling like maybe trying to get her on my main account. I'll probably do like a couple multis, like maybe 2 multis max, and then if I don't get her, maybe try to do 2 multis in my other account, and hopefully I get her then. Hopefully my luck is not that bad that I don't get on either one.
I hope you're not that unlucky.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Imagine. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
because I'm actually using the secondary account to try and get characters that I don't get on my main account. So hopefully that works out for me. But yeah, man, Sayu looks interesting. Yomiya, I already have too many. When okay, I can't say too many, but I already have two of the top pyro DPSs in the game with Diluc and Hutao. And I was just
Oh, you
using
have Huta?
Hutao. Yeah, I have
Oh, I
Hutao.
didn't remember that.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I don't know if I said it on that pod, but I always say like I kind of regret going for
Oh,
Hutao because it's
right,
like
yeah.
I should have just gone all out for Venti, but it is what it is, man. And like I use Hutao,
But
I use Hutao on the Wolf Boss today, because obviously that like somebody I was watching, I can't remember who I was watching, and they were saying like the Wolf is the most annoying boss, and I was like wondering like why they were saying that, and then it made sense to me that why the Wolf is the most annoying boss, because one, you can't use cryo on him, and you can't use animal, and
He's
two of
annoying.
my two of my best characters, Zhao and Ayaka, I can't use against
that's
it.
true.
I don't like
Yeah,
the wolf because it jumps around, and that's very irritating to me.
yeah, and it's like its
So,
slashes are almost impossible to dodge, and
man,
then
that
it has that whole second phase where it just keeps running around wasting your time. I was like, man, it's
yeah,
like man, that wolf is so annoying. So I was going to switch in D-Look to try and beat him, and then I realized I my Deluxe artifacts were on Zhangling, so I was like, man, I really don't want to go and switch my artifacts all the way back. So I went to Utah. I said, hey, Utah has all the artifacts on her. I use Utah instead, man. Utah, I just saw Utah just do an 80k on that wolf, and I'm like, wait a minute, my boost is still on level 6. I'm like, man, I should really try and level that up.
yes, yes, you've been outdone.
Yeah, man. I'm like,
That's,
the annoying thing for me about Hu is the chat the stamina, but I feel like when I get the time I'll really start working on her back, because she's a good unit. It's just like you just have to work around her stamina issues, but yeah, she does a lot of damage. I could see why people um prefer her in a way to the look. I just prefer Duke in a way because he doesn't have that stamina issues and his ult is so much more AoE than Hutao's. But like every character has their own, faults and advantages and disadvantages. Well, yeah. Oh, I went on a tangent there, but man, all
That's
that,
fine.
all
That's
that was
fine.
to say, man. Yomiya looks like a really cool character for people who like archers, but I'm not an archer fan, and I just find it kind of messed up by MiHoYo to make a character who is based on fireworks, a single target damage character. I mean, like fireworks are such a large thing. You would think that would be an AOE character. Why would you make a firework character single target? To me, that's just I don't know what they were thinking about that.
I
But
agree. Well, to be fair, her burst is kind of AoE, but like her basic attacks are. So yeah, I agree with you. The fireworks kind of like, I don't know if like maybe when she used a skill they could have like make her shoot multiple arrows at different enemies. I don't know,
All right,
but
like kind
yeah,
of like Venti,
yeah,
because
yeah,
Venti C1 is 3 hours.
yeah,
yeah,
like even
something like that.
even what's her name, Ganyu has like her arrows splitting and stuff like that.
Yeah, when she the bloom effect. Yeah, so it's I don't know, but she not for me.
She's not
Not
for
for
me
me.
either.
Not for,
I feel like I have so many archers. I don't know what to do with them. Well, when I say I don't know what to do with them, because I have my two 5-star archers, which are Child and Venti, who's already neglected, if you want to say that. There's no space for her. Even if I did want her, there's no space.
wow. What job? Nobody wants Yoimi.
Well,
Nobody
the one
wants her.
person who wanted her is not here, so
Oh yeah. Uh, Rocky D. Rocky
it'll be
D.
good to hear like what he thought.
He thinks, yeah, yeah. The banner itself, I don't know. I'm similar like you. I'm in the same situation as you. I have both Shinyan and Diona C6, so it's kind of pointless. I summon on that banner. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
same.
just to get Sayu, just to get Sayu. It's kind of pointless.
I feel like that's a waste of Primo Gems if I have to just wish for one 4-star character.
I know, right? What else?
That doesn't do anything different, because I there are many 4-star there are 3 4-star healers.
Yep, yep.
So literally, what's the point?
Yeah, it's not anything new per se. The only thing that's really different is just a style. She rolling up in a ball, like Don said. Like these unique characters, like he was explaining. It's always
Yeah,
it's always nice to have like a character that has something that nobody else does. Similar to Beidou. Beidou has a counter. Nobody else in the game can counter. Um,
really?
Nobody else in the game can counter. Yeah, her skill is a like a counter,
Mm,
and she can basically invincible when she uses the skill, and she counters the whatever damage she gets, and she can do a perfect counter as well. And nobody else in the game has that.
I should
So
stop neglecting my female characters, it seems.
yes, give them some love. Give them some love. Honestly, some of them are just amazing. Like Beidou, I love Beidou so much. Beidou's so
Well,
amazing.
I don't doubt it. It's just that for me, like to go back and to go and build all of these characters, it's time consuming. And I've said it before, but I hate farming for artifacts. That's why whatever artifacts I get is whatever is what goes on all of my characters. I'm not going back into the domain again. So unfortunately, I have to settle. So it's kind of I mean, yeah, I have them. For sure, I wouldn't build Beto first because I do have a Mona that is just sitting there. I
Wow.
would try to build her, but again, there's no reason to build her because I have child.
Yeah, and you build child, right?
He's perfectly built.
Well, so you pretty much don't need any water cards, any other water cards,
Exactly.
unless you're someone who likes Mona. But then again, I guess you don't really like Mona, so
I mean, I can't really, I really am not going to go for any anime characters for a while because I have three 5-star anime characters,
that's crazy.
right? I feel like there are a lot of anime 5 stars and
Yep,
not enough
yep,
of the rest.
yep. That's true. That's true. And I only have one. Imagine that. I only have one, and the one I have is the damage dealer. I have no support animal characters. That's 5 star.
Right? I
That's
I
crazy.
wanted I wanted to get Jean in the beginning because I mean she's a healer and I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind a 5-star healer. But then I mean that didn't happen. That won't happen because the standard banner only gives me Mona and Kaching.
At least you're not getting Chichi.
True.
I got her once. I got her once. I just been getting Mona and Kitching for true. Wait, that's true. I just been getting Mona and Kitching. I think I have Kitching at C2, and
Wow,
I
I
have
have a C3.
wow, yo,
And I'm
yeah.
only just building her because of Inazuma.
Oh, why, what happened to someone Kitching?
No, nothing really, but I find for Inazuma, especially when you're exploring the world, you need an electro character. So I
Oh
figured
yeah.
she was already at 80, so I am trying to bring her up to 90 right now. She's at 85. And I'm trying to she does have some very good artifacts though,
Oh,
surprisingly.
okay.
So
Well, at
I'm
least you
I'm
don't have
trying
to
to
farm.
build her,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because
good.
I wasn't going back in that domain for artifacts for Kachi. I
I
think
see this.
the only person that I have ever really intentionally farmed artifacts for, apart from my Anemo characters, which I hate going into the viridescent domain because I never get anything good. It would be Zhongli because I love him. He's my favorite, like my favorite, hands down favorite character in the entire game. So I went and I decided, yeah, he needs to get some better artifacts.
Yeah, Zhongli is amazing, man. Zhongli. Well, the thing is, I guess I'm slightly different. I don't have a problem with farming artifacts. I have a problem with the bad luck I get when farming artifacts. Um, like you literally not getting anything good, and you have to farm constantly. Now, I've built a lot of characters. I've built a lot. And when I say built, I mean like level up talents and get artifacts for them. I have a lot of characters on level 80. And yeah, I agree it's time consuming. Um,
It
but
is.
then I like to have variety in a sense. So like I would like to have multiple characters to use, and I tend to get bored of characters quickly. So like I would, want to use another character very soon. Probably like in a couple of days I play with one character, I want to use another one.
Mm.
So I kind of build like I probably have like over 10 characters built, properly built,
Oh
or,
wow.
or probably like more than that, probably more than that for sure.
I mean,
Um,
my 5 stars and my one favorite 4-star is built. All my 5 stars are built. All my, well, not all. Like I said, the characters that I had maybe in the beginning of the game, people like Fischl,
mhm,
um, Chong Yun, who is my favorite 4-star. I still use him. I have a DPS Chong Yun, believe it or not.
that's cool. That's cool. He's really nice. I like him too. I mean,
I do.
he's not my favorite Forster, but I like him. I have him at C3, and yeah, he's really nice to
I
play.
have a C6 Chong Yun.
That's crazy. That's
But
I wish I had that.
but yeah, people like Chong Yun and Fischl and Shangling, surprisingly, they
Yeah.
are built because that's characters that I had in the beginning. But they are only built with the gladiator sets. Because that
Oh,
was, yeah, in the beginning it was you either got that or Wanderer's Troop or whatever the bosses dropped for you.
yeah.
So they got a very good set, and they are still wearing those artifacts, and they haven't failed me yet. But everybody else after that, nah.
Well, that's good. At least you have a few options there from the early characters,
Oh yeah.
so you
I
could
mean,
dabble
you have to
with them.
be faithful to those that started you off in the game, you know.
I wish I could say that. I wish I could say that. I started out with Razor. Imagine, I started out with Razor, and then my first 5 star was Kitching. As soon as I got Kitching, I just abandoned Razor. I just threw,
Wow.
I just abandoned because he's electric, she's electric. It kind of not making sense to have both of them there on my team. I mean, she would be my main DPS, and I used her for a long period of time before I got somebody else I wanted to use. So Kitching was my main character for a long time, but then I haven't gone back to Razor ever since, which is unfortunate. But
Yeah.
I kind of given him some love here and there. I started leveling him up. He's at 80 now. Um, I already have his weapon, the Snowtomb Star Silver thing.
Yeah.
Got that up to 80 as well. And I have a full like gladiator set on him. They just need to, level up and whatnot. And I have his talents. Like the talents not too bad. They're around 6-ish, 7, thereabouts. So I given
That's
him some love
surprising
off and
though.
on.
There are people that
Yeah.
swear by Razor and would never, no matter what 5 star comes, would never drop Razor. So I'm surprised that you say that.
Yeah. I don't know. I like I said, I get bored of characters quickly. Like unless I don't have a choice, I wouldn't stay with a character for too long. Character I've stayed with the longest so far is Eula. Ever since she came out, I still using her. And I have a story to give as well. I have a story to give. So apparently, I wanted a Yanfei, right? A copy of
Mhm.
Yanfei, because I built Yanfei when she just came out. I got her. I liked, what she does and whatnot. I liked her lore, the fact that she's a lawyer and thing, and I like her moves and her charge attack. I just like her style. So I built her, but then I didn't have any constellations, and I wanted a C1 because C1 it really helps with play style. A charge
Mhm.
attacks it costs stamina, and the C1 helps. It reduces the amount of stamina. So I was trying so hard to get Yanfei. I was on like what 760, 65 PT. Um, so I say let me do like 10 singles. Let me stop at soft PT because I usually get the 5 star around soft PT like 65 to 67 thereabout.
Mhm.
I almost never reach hard PT for a 5 star. I don't know. I just lucky like that. But I didn't want to get Ayaka because I was guaranteed to get the 5 star on the banner, and I wanted to wait for Baal to come out. So the game's so messed up, you. The game, the thing, the, the game let me do like 10 singles. I got to 75. The
Uh.
70, no, 75 was my ninth single. So 70, I got to 75. On the 75th summon, I get Ayaka, and then
What?
I was so upset. And then you know what made me more upset? I realized like I still have to do one more single to get the guaranteed 4 star. I did the one single and I got Yanfei. I was so upset. The game just let me
What?
get Ayaka just for me to get Yanfei, and I summoned like up to 60 something for me to try to get a Yanfei. I wasn't getting Yanfei. I get Ning Wong. I get Chong Yun constellations. I'm not getting Yanfei, and up until I got Ayaka, I couldn't get a Yanfei.
That's crazy. You see, that's the thing with MiHoYo and wishing. I find it so I mean, I guess that's the point of the system, but it's so unpredictable. Like I would literally do one single wish and boom, a 5 star. But it's not the 5 star that's on the banner though. It's somebody else. So like
Can you
what's the
hear
point?
me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
yeah, we can now.
Oh, okay. No echoes, right?
No.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's good.
All right. My computer just did some madness on me, so I'm on my phone right now.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool, man.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, we
man.
were just talking about the wishing for characters. That is why I refrain from wishing, no matter who the 5 stars are. if the another 5 star, the 4 stars are. If it's a 5 star that I don't want, I'm not going to wish because I do not want to get you.
That's true. I learned my lesson now. Eh?
I rather wait until they do a rerun for the 4 star on another person's banner because you for sure to get that.
Yeah, that's
I
true. Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, but like I kind of see what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, well, I mean, your luck is not as bad as mine, so you wouldn't have a problem with that. But for me, like, let me give you my story of Shinyan. I've been trying to get Shinyan from day one, yo. I think that's the
That,
third time Shinyan's coming out, and I only
Wh-
have one copy of Shinyan. And every
what?
time I put every time I put on Shinyan's banner, it's like I'm getting everybody except Shinyan. I remember what was it? Was it the Shao banner?
yeah,
Hmm.
I got
Zhao. That's when she
yeah,
came out.
the Zhao banner. I summoned that banner so much I got two Zhaos and I
What?
didn't get any.
I remember.
I actually got C6 Diona on that banner. No, 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 it was C4, C5, one of them. And no, I was like, you have to be kidding me. No, I think, I know what it was. The first one, the first time she came out, I didn't get her at all. The second time was with Zhao. I got one copy. So she's coming out again for the third time.
I hope you get it.
And I'm wondering, should I roll? But I don't want a copy of Dionis, and I don't want the 5 star either. But I'm only six singles into PT, so I'm like, there's no way that people will give me a
Oh,
5 star.
oh man, you far, you far. Don't mind that.
Yeah,
You not. Sir. Well, then again, if you go in based off your previous luck, then I'd say do it. I'd say do
Uh,
it. But you never know.
but I find like MiHoYo has like there are a lot of 5 stars that they can retire from banners at least for a little while. Like Barbara, how many times is Barbara going to appear on a banner? I have a
Honestly,
grievance with that. When I was,
honestly,
let me tell you, I was trying to wish for a constellation when Child came back out, and let me tell, I got so many Barbaras. Like it was only I was so mad. Like yo, and she was
yeah.
C6 prior to this, sir.
what?
Wow, that
Some of
means you must
start.
have gotten a lot of star glitter.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I did. I did. I really
You
did.
You know that's one of the problems I have in it. Like I know I'm not a whale, so I know that I'm going to need wishes, but at the same time I want to refine my Blackleaf weapons. But it's such a difficult decision. Refine your weapons or buy weapons or save your wishes.
Wishes, man.
Yeah.
Wishes.
Eh.
Wishes
These
all over.
days I'm not even buying characters again in terms of like star glitter on characters because I'm
Oh.
like the wishes are more important. Like right now I have C5 Noel, and if I want I can get C6 Noel. But
Yeah.
I'm like Noel has come out so much already that I'm going to get her eventually. And do I have time to build her now? No, I'm working on Ayaka, and by the time hey, what happened there? Before I finish on Ayaka, I know the Baal banner is going to come out. And yeah, I'm on 50-50, so I don't know if I'm going to get her, but never know.
Oh,
It might
I
be a
saw some
Baal,
of
might
her
be
play style though. She looks interesting.
yeah, like especially E. Like the fact
Yeah.
that you can use her, that is looks sick, yo. Like I saw somebody,
But
Wow.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I won't be wishing for her though.
Man, I
Good luck
spend
to
money
you
for that
guys.
girl. Eh? I spend money for that girl.
Good
Spend money for that girl.
Good luck to
because that,
you guys.
and that's why I was saving my PT, because I was guaranteed to get the 5 star. So I say, you know what, I must get my ball. And now look, now I have to go and spend money. You see how Mihoyo is?
Yeah, man. It's like the only thing I find about her. Well, I mean, I guess you can't really do that because that would just make her too OP. But the alt duration is so short. Like it's just like she's like to me like almost like a tease, like child in terms of like child you enjoy him the most when he's in his
Really?
dagger stance and they give you this. It's like they punish you for. I get instant feedback there just now.
Oh yeah.
Let me shift to it in the room. Yeah, so it's almost like they punish you for being in his dagger stance. It's like the same thing for Baal. Is like um the most fun time you are having with her blade. Um, it's like they're only giving you a short teaser and then you're back to normal.
All right. But
Yeah, but she's
have you guys seen the new weapons banner? I'm very disappointed. I'm just putting that out there.
Which one? The one
have we
for
seen anyone?
The new weapons banner. The one that's coming out tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Oh
I've seen it.
yeah,
Yeah, I've seen
yeah, I've seen it. It's the bow and Skyward Blade.
I'm so disappointed.
it. Ridiculous. Has no
Yeah,
reason.
Skyward Blade is trash.
I feel like there are so many 5-star weapons that they could have put on that banner that was not any of the Skyward franchise. They could move even the 4-star weapons could change, but I feel like they were
But
doing this on
the
purpose.
best 4-star weapon on there is Sacrificial Sword.
I have so many of those.
What?
I have so
Yo,
many of those.
I'm not even surprised because the weapon banners you summoning on the most.
no, that's
I
true.
have refined. I have two of them at R5.
What?
Yo, I don't want to hear anymore.
Wow.
The
Wow.
stringless, I have an R4 stringless. That's
Oof.
on
I don't have
Venti
Oh
right
my
now.
god. I only
So
got my first stringless on that current banner there.
I
really,
don't have none. I have none.
I have it.
I summon on that weapon banner just to pull a stringless.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I was motivated because I figured I have it on Venti and it's a good bow. It's not a 5-star bow, but it's a good bow and it he works better with elemental mastery, so that's why I keep the stringless on him. That's funny, but that's why I keep him with the stringless because the other two 5-star bows are physical damage and crit damage, which he kind of does not do well.
Yeah.
But nah,
But
I'm
yeah.
I'm so disappointed in the other 5-star weapon because I just got this on the other banner, the banner that's there now.
Did you pull the Ayaka's weapon?
I did not. That's very sad. I did not.
So what you got the spare?
Yeah, I got the spare.
Wow.
I
Well,
got the
I guess you
spare.
can't get lucky every time.
It's true. It kind of worked out for me because now I can give Zhao back his weapon because I do have the Jade Sphere, but it
Yeah.
was on my Zhongli, so I gave Zhao back his weapon. I'm finally using Zhao to play, and then I gave Zhongli the Skyward Blade because I mean it does okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Energy recharge is good for him.
It's a good weapon, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think some
that's my
people were
status.
saying it might be best in slot for Zhangling.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. It
because her
is.
cooldown is long.
Yep. And
Yep. That's one of
it
the
was
reasons I was like I really hated playing Zhang before because it's like I had to constantly be fighting her with Bennett. Yeah.
You cannot
So
play a
it's like
bias.
yeah, and my Zhangling's normals are extremely low. The only talents I leveled up was a boost. So it's like I can't even stay on the field with her too long. It's just boost alt and switch.
But I feel like these two banners are kind of disappointing. I mean, I am not saying the characters are bad. I'm just saying that I have all these characters already. Most of them already at C6. Yoimiya, I'm not wishing for because again, I have too many archers. She's a lady, and
Mm,
I already have Deluxe, so I wouldn't be after another pyro character. So,
yeah,
eh,
I feel like it's going to be a rough season for you for a little while.
it is. It is. I've already seen the future.
But yeah, I think 2 point we're on 2.0 right now. So 2.2 might be the time for you, or 2.3.
I really hope so. I mean, the only person, and I am going to pull out my wallet for is Scaramouche. I can't wait to get him because I need him.
Yeah. And I've heard rumors of about another Fatui, some clown guy. Doesn't really
Oh
look.
yeah, what's his name? Diato or something like that.
Yeah, some madness.
but n- but nah, I need an electro male character, so I am hoping to get him. Until then, like I said, I will be on the weapons banner.
You know, when you
Why?
really look at it, there's not
Uh,
really a full male character, because Razor is part physical, so it's like there isn't a real full electric male character.
yeah. And they
True.
have ended female, and they're
Oh
about to
my,
Yeah,
bring. They're
they're
about to
about to
bring like
bring more.
yeah, like a 3 or 4. No, probably like 3. Bal, Sarah, and the girl in the
And
pink.
Kokomi, yeah.
That's
Kokomi,
crazy.
Kokomi
Kokomi
is
is
the
a
Uh,
Hydro.
Hydro. Yeah.
the one I referring to is the she have pink hair, I think.
Oh, the
Oh,
She's
CA.
electric.
yeah, she's electric.
I think her name is
Apparently,
Mm,
CA or something like that.
she was fire before, but they took her vision and now she have an electric one. I don't know. That's what I heard.
That's
yeah,
interesting.
because she looks more pyro than electric to me. I don't know. But I heard rumors that she was the previous Archon and she
Really?
stepped down.
She stepped down. That
Well,
means that good big a big deal, if it's that.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
like
she
that,
kills
those
me.
are those are just speculations. So
When I was doing her Archon quest, I was so caught off guard when you had to end up fighting her. I was like, what is going on? So
I
I
still haven't
died.
done that
Oh,
yet.
spoilers, sorry. But
Yeah,
yeah, you,
well, I heard about it already. I just haven't looked at it. Every time I see it popping up, I just switch out. But I've heard about the fight.
it's so
Yeah,
bad.
it's interesting. I
It's
like how they.
sad, is what it is.
Well, yeah, that too.
But she's probably going to be like, obviously, we cannot expect MiHoYo to give us a character that does all of that in her final release. So it's probably going to be
Yeah,
another case where it's Child with his three
another
Yeah,
child.
heads.
that's
So,
exactly what.
Man, I just they did child dirty, man. They did child
right?
dirty. Like you cannot make the man so OP as a boss fight and just leave the man skin and bones for the character, man.
This
Man,
is still.
that's not right.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I still like him. I still like him.
I
But
still like him. It's just that, man, if there's one character I could have wished for C6, I would have done it for him just to relieve him of that. I feel like he's in chains right now. He needs to be
right?
free.
Yep, yep, yep. And that's why I find him so underwhelming. And that's why I was explaining to you all the last time. I don't know. Child, I like it. I like the character so much. Like his style, everything about him. It's just that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
It's just
community loves him too, though. but I guess everybody has the same like.
Yeah, me Oyo killed him with that crazy long cooldown. That is not fair.
All right. Well, I learned because I play with him so often. I learned how to kind of trick the cooldown. So I just switch out characters really quick, so the cooldown kind of resets. So it's not
Yeah,
as long.
if I was somebody who actually liked playing with Beidou in terms of using a E, I wouldn't have a problem with Child's cooldown. But because that E thing is a problem with me for timing, uh, it'll I have Child on the project of working on, but is when he'll get on that project. That's why I'm hoping like I will get some good pieces as I'm farming for Ayaka, for her artifacts. Because I still
Hold
have
on.
yet to yeah, I still have yet to get two good Blizzard pieces, apart from the feather and the flower.
Oh.
I only keep getting good feathers and flowers, but I'm not getting any other good pieces.
And that's the
So
easiest way to get good pieces in, you know.
yeah.
What?
So it's like wait,
I hate it. That is one of like in terms of my least favorite domains, that's probably number one. Because I go in there and I am looking for artifacts, well, my hydro artifacts for child. That's at the time when I was farming for him. And
yeah.
every single thing I got was a blizzard set. Very good blizzard pieces, but I don't have anybody to put it on. So I
Well,
was just
actually, I'm not getting good pieces for either one.
it's
I have
like
good.
a viridescent all over.
Yeah, I have good.
Yeah.
Give Chongy on the Blizzard. In general.
I feel like if I take off what he has right now, he will suffer. Because right now I have a Chongyun that does 3,000 in, well, based off his stats, that's his stats as is. 3,000 in attack damage.
How
Attack.
is your Young?
What?
I'm gonna
That was good stone.
okay. Yeah, he has it on him. I
R1.
took
Okay, no wonder.
R1, but I took it off Diluc and I gave Diluc sort of broken spines, is it? That's the name?
Yeah.
Eula's
Yo,
weapon.
yes.
Because I found he
What?
did better with that than Chongyun did with it. So
But
Ah,
I
I
still
can
don't understand how your Young has 3,000 attack,
because
even
he's
with
a
the wolf
busy.
brainstorm.
the artifacts done. The
What
artifacts.
artifacts do you have on your Chung?
Okay, let me load the game and I will tell you exactly what I have on him. I'm so
It
proud
has
of
to be
him.
that.
Even if he is not supposed to be a DPS character, he is. So yeah, attack 3026. Let me
Not
read.
even my Eula have all that attacker, yo.
He has, well, 150 crit damage. He has a very low crit rate, that's for sure. Because the artifacts are not that good.
Mm.
It's just that, oh, and the artifacts he has on him are a full gladiator set, except for one, the crown is the blizzard set.
Yeah.
That gives crit damage.
And
But
you
yeah, I
have
have a
cryo goblet, right?
no, like I said, it's full
Attack.
gladiators. Yeah, he's just
But
attack.
what's the main stat for the
Oh no, no.
For the crown is crit damage.
and the cup attack?
Just now, I'll tell you. Probably. Let me send you.
It has
I sent you guys a picture of my chunk.
it has to be
uh,
attack. There's no
so
yo. That's
the cup, yeah, the cup is attack.
okay. That's why.
The goblet is attack. Everything is attack. Actually, I
Okay,
think
okay. That's
everything
why.
is attack.
Yeah, I'm seeing. But so how much does your Chung do on his boost?
So each sword gives you about, because he sends down the claymores or whatever. So
Yeah.
each one gives me about So starting would probably be like 10,
Yeah.
and he drops four of them. But the last one is always the
Highest.
highest, yeah. So about 20. So maybe around 80 or 90.
Oh man, I really have to build my trunk. I guess
But keep in mind, my Chong unit is C6.
I just got C6 strong from summoning for Ayaka.
Man, you're lucky. I wish I had that. Honestly,
Really?
I would
Like
use
like
it.
I said, Chongyun is my day one, so he gets the best treatment.
Nice, nice, nice. I was trying to figure out how to mix him with Ayaka. I kind of having a little trouble with the synergies so far, but I
Oh.
feel like maybe I just need to build him because like I'm seeing like both of them are kind of boost characters, although I use Ayaka's melee modern boost. I don't know. I just like to be up in your face when I attack. So I use a melee more. I feel like when I get the full Blizzard Strayer set, then I'll probably be using a boost more. But to me, I don't know. I use a like the thing is so since I usually don't run a freeze comp, I run melt comp instead, even though they say not to run melt comp. But
That's a
I'm somebody I just like to see big numbers. So
All right.
so I mean Ayaka's E does like crazy damage. So when especially when you put Bennett's alt down and then you drop her E, man, this damage is crazy. Yo. So but like the reason why I don't use a burst so much because since I'm not using freeze comp, then mo- most likely the enemy is not going to stay inside that thing to get hit for all the time. So
Well,
it's
for Chongyun, it's a mixture for me. So it depends on what I want. So I can
mm,
use, and you have to keep in mind his E does cancel out physical damage. So I cannot really use anybody that
yeah.
does physical damage. So it's either Diluc or Kaching, because Diluc can still apply Pyro while he's in the
pyro.
circle, and
Yeah,
Kaching can also still apply Electro.
Ele-
So there are a few characters that um I can use
can
with
work
him.
with him.
The other
Ayaka works with
person,
him.
yeah, the other person is Child. Now I use Child when he is in his melee stance, so I
Yeah.
can freeze everybody that's in the circle. So it doesn't really affect Child per se. But
Mm,
yeah, so I think it depends on, if you are going to build Chongyun, you have to keep in mind who you have to build him with in terms of who you're
yeah.
gonna have on your team, because he cannot do it with everybody. So
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like a C6 Bennett.
Right, yeah. Which
Basically,
I
yeah.
unfortunately have because I did not realize it.
Bruh, that is
Wait, you
sad. Eh.
do?
uh, unfortunately, yeah.
Okay. It's not the. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing.
I didn't.
It's not.
I mean,
It's,
to be fair, I don't really use Bennett that often because I mean I have Ziluk. The only reason I would use Bennett is if I have Shao to heal
And to buff.
and to buff. But then I find a lot of times that I just put Barbara on the team when I really need somebody, because again I have a C6 Barbara which resurrects my dead characters. So I that's what I keep her. I keep Zhao and Barbara together is what I should say.
Yeah, that C6 effect for Barbara. I don't know. Like I thought it would be more useful for me, I don't know. Like I guess since I didn't really build Barbara, then it's like healing's not really that much effective for me. So that's why I don't use her. I think if I'd actually built her, maybe she would have been a bit more useful. But that cooldown of 15 minutes for per revive that is ridiculous. Yeah.
It is. It is. But I mean, I die a lot, so she's useful.
Don't you have Zhongli?
I do, but he's only C1. I mean, with Zhongli, I can literally do everything. So I don't die when like I have him in my party unless he's dead, which is why I would need Barbara to bring him back.
Yeah, to me, well, and how did you build your Zhongli for boost or for shield?
A mixture of both. I think I
Mm.
only have one. I can't remember. I have the artifacts that give I think it's 15% when I have the two piece. I think it's 15% shield strength.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, Kavista, you back?
I don't think he is because I don't hear him.
It's probably not hearing. Not sure what's happening there, um, but yeah, what were you saying before I got cut off?
Okay, I have the two artifacts that give 15% shield strength to him, and the rest I have pale flame. So I have a kind of burst, kind of shield Zhongli. His burst
Yeah.
when he drops his alt, I get close to 90.
Wow, you
Yeah.
what? You 90?
Yes.
That's madness, you.
So I keep saying I have to treat my favorites like they are actually my favorites. So yeah.
What are your talents on for his boost?
Every all of my 5 stars are at 8 except for Kazuha, just because I just got him and you have to do Ashtaha, which I hate. So unless I'm doing it co-op, I kind of don't do it.
Well, to me, the way I run Zongli, my Zongli doesn't do anywhere close to your damage. My Zongli does around 20 something K or maybe 30K sometimes on his boost. But cause that's because I run him like pure shield. So it's like when I was only on my team, I'm not worried about anything. I can just take the block. As the
Right?
high like as the high like boosts the shield sometimes, but I usually get it back up in time.
I hate in terms of bosses, like he is the most annoying person to fight, or
Yep,
dragon, I should say, to fight.
I agree. You can hear me?
We can.
Yeah, I mean you.
Okay, okay, great. All right.
I
Yeah,
hate
but
to
I
do
agree.
it. I prefer to do it co-op, although they say it's a little harder in co-op because of his health. But nah, I'll never do that on my own.
Yeah, I think Chavez said his only is 100% support. What does that mean? Support in terms of
Shit.
attack or support in terms of shield?
And he spelled my boy name wrong, you know.
Yeah,
But nah.
I just checked that.
But he, like I said, Zhong is like my favorite character, hands down. He's my favorite 5 star. There hasn't been anybody that has come out that can compare. I like to play with him. He's always in my party, except for like if I don't know, maybe I don't know, whatever reason I might not have him, which was rare, but he's always there.
Mhm.
Because that shield is immaculate, and even
Yeah,
the
man.
burst from his pillars is
I feel
crazy.
like Zhongli is like probably the most versatile character in terms of like he can do basically anything you want. He can shield, he can do burst damage, he can even do physical damage as well. It's like he's so versatile, man. Like to me, he was like they say. Oh, some people say that there's no must pull character. I say to me, Zhongli is a must pull for me.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Like
I, yeah.
like some people put Venti above him, but I feel like
Nah, I would never put Venti above him, and I have them both. So
yeah.
um, Zhongli for sure. His shield is a godsend. I don't know if there's anybody else in the game that compares in terms of shield strength. I know some people say
Nope.
Diona.
No man,
Nope.
not even that.
It's not nearly as strong as Zhong even.
Yeah.
So so
She coming
yeah,
close,
yeah.
but
I heard she comes pretty close,
Plus, I don't know about that. I might die on a shield on level 10, and I still don't find that shield reliable enough. I don't know.
right?
what's your artifacts? What's your HP?
It's not that high to be honest.
That's what the shield is based on the HP. Most Zhonglis you seen with like near 30k HP.
Yeah, because
Uh,
of the
what, what,
shield.
what what's your Diana HP?
My data HP on like 24. Let me see. Where is
Is
she?
Artifacts maxed out?
Yep, yep. They maxed out, and let me tell you, where is she?
I'm running full HP on my Diona. Um, but I haven't gotten all of them to 20 yet.
I
I'm
know
s-
I like she on 21 actually, but her artifacts. I have 2 HP and a healing bonus. That's the thing, because I used her
Yeah,
as a healer as well.
yeah. I'm
But
running a two piece what tenacity two piece maidens.
oh, you put tenacity. I have a noblesse, a 4 noblesse. I have for the
Yeah,
buff.
the reason because like if I'm running Bennett, her then the noblesse will be a waste. So or if I'm running well Shinshu is two piece noblesse, so it'll not be that bad. But I don't know. See, well, I need to farm noblesse more. I don't have that many noblesse pieces, but I mean, especially like if I'm running, let's say, uh, a melt, a melt Ayaka team with double pyro with Bennett and Diona and Zhangling and Ayaka. That means I would have if I was running noblesse on her, then that means one of the noblesse users would be useless. So to me, I just prefer running her like for what she is just healer and shield. Shield takes priority and heal comes after. So that's why I run two piece maiden, two piece tenacity. So for the extra 20% from the HP from the tenacity, but yeah, I know lots of people run noblesse as well.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I would change it around if I had another less person there, but I don't really play Bennett, so or anybody with noblesse for that matter. Um, but yeah,
But
but the thing is, the cooldown is really short, and that's why like her shield is based off her HP. One, any character if the shield has a shield based off the HP is strong. Because your HP, most characters have like at least almost 20k HP, if not like a high teen. Um, and but for her, her cooldown is very. Her shield basically lasts the full time of the cooldown. So that's why it's really good. That's why it's really good. But in terms of shield strength, nobody.
I hope nobody never comes to and dethrones him in terms of that. Um,
Well,
That's
why
preference.
would you say that? Because it would be good to have another person on your other side of spiral with a reliable shield.
well, I mean, they gave you Diona, and Beidou has a shield, and Shinyan has a shield. So I
She
guess
biased. She biased. She biased.
But what I am actually really aiming for is to get a C6 Zhongli. I don't know if it's possible given how the banners are coming
Oh,
out, because the banners are coming out with new characters and they are not going to be reruns for a while. So, and even if there is a rerun, it won't be Zhongli. So, yeah,
will
that's the
you
point.
get constellations on any of the middle five stars that you have, like Zhao?
I do. I have C1 Venti and I have a C1 Zhongli. That's the
Uh,
most. That's the most constellations I have.
well, I missed that. Say that again.
I have a C1 Venti and
Hmm.
a C1 Zhongli.
I heard C120 is one of the most useless constellations.
It is. It is. I find I don't know. I find Anemo doesn't do damage. Apart from people like Zhao, on anybody else, I find it doesn't do like too much damage.
I feel like constellations for Venti doesn't matter so much. I would more probably go for, like, in terms of animal, go for constellations on Zhao or Kazua
Right.
instead.
Right.
Because I
I
mean, like
wouldn't
I
do it
would,
on Venti.
like, if I had to go for a C6 character just for like fun, I would probably go for either Zhao or Kazua, just because it just changes their game style completely.
I wish I could get all constellations for all my 5 stars, but I know that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Because
that
I,
would be cool.
especially for child, I would have loved to have gotten him at least
Oh yes,
C1
child man, my
just
goodness.
for that cooldown. But I
Yeah.
mean, the banner rather gave me 6 Rosarias.
So you didn't get the C1 child?
I did not. I was so mad.
Wow, that is messed up.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully, they restructure the way they do their banners because now we have so many 5 stars that at least you can give us a rerun or at least put them or change the standard banner to one of the previous 5 stars,
Yeah,
especially for people like Zhao, because Zhao has not had a rerun yet.
yeah.
Albedo hasn't
Zhao,
had
Albedo, Ganyu.
Ganyu, but
A lot.
I think they put their most popular characters on reruns is what I think.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are waiting for these reruns. Ganyu especially. I'm still not going to get Ganyu because I'm just an absolute hater on archers. So even though I will admit that she's insane, I still won't get her. Uh, Especially I won't betray my ice princess. So, so but like I was just thinking of like, would I get constellations for the characters I have? and I already have Zhao C1, and I didn't even. I was just thinking like I just happened to get C1. I wasn't even like fully going for it. Although I knew it was a possibility of how much I was summoning on that banner, but um, for me, for other characters to get C1, um, it would have to be between Hu Tao and Kazuha. Like these two. I feel like
Right.
Wu needs the C1 even more than Kazuha. Well, Kazuha doesn't really need it, but it would make him better. But Wu I feel like Wu needs that. Like Wu needs the C1, like Yanfei needs the C1.
Yeah. I mean, I find it's upsetting, I guess you could say, that like all of this is strictly behind a paywall. Like you
Yeah,
have to wait for a rerun, and even when you get to the rerun, there's a chance that you might not get that character. A big chance.
yeah,
So
yeah. Like
I mean,
you might just get
yeah,
another teacher.
right? I'm hoping somewhere in the near or distant future that at least MiHoYo gets some common sense and realize, okay, hey, we have so many 5 stars now, and we have a lot of people that want to see six their 5 stars. So maybe we should just do a banner every month or every 2 months, have a standard banner of just those 5 stars.
Yeah, like there are multiple games where you have like multiple banners going on. Where you can get like our chance to get different sets of 5 stars and whatnot. So I don't see that as a problem in them putting out, but as time goes on, maybe they will progress and get that done.
I'm hoping.
By the way, anybody excited for the collaboration 5 star, free 5 star that you're going to get, or is it just it is?
It's for me because she's an archer, and I keep saying like, I have a ton of archers. You know what? I
Yeah,
don't have catalyst users.
yeah, I don't know. To me, I'm not that much of a fan of Catalyst users. The only one I really use is Sucrose. I don't even use Sucrose that often because I was a big hater of Sucrose. Now I don't hate her so much, but like I hate her a little less. But
I
let me
I don't mind.
see.
I don't have an issue with catalyst users. Like I really don't. It's just like I have not had a catalyst user in my party for a while, because
Yeah,
when I did not have Venti, I was using Sucrose. But when I got Venti last no, I got Venti this
on
year
Orion.
when on the rerun,
Yeah.
and I just I just have not looked at Sucrose since.
Yeah, so I feel like people will start using Catalyst users when Dendro comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, it depends on the person and what you're using your characters for. Um, so to each his own. I
Yeah.
personally can't. I think Scarambush is supposed to be catalyst, electro
Oh yeah,
catalyst.
I heard that too. I was kind of disappointed by that, to be
So
honest.
I'm not. I'm loving it because I have no. Or has there been apart from Klee, Mona, Klee and Mona are the only 5 star catalyst users, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, so there hasn't been that much, but it also depends on how much damage he can do. Of course, he'll be 5 star for Tui, so maybe
yeah. I'm
he'll be
expecting him to be crazy.
unstoppable. Yeah, especially if we go based off the lore that has been given to us already about him.
Yeah,
I
Mona
think
running
that,
away.
pardon?
Mona running and hiding.
Not only that, the Pale Flame set is actually his lore, and it talks about him being an immortal and he has some relation to Bao. I don't know
Oh,
if
I
he
heard
brother
about
and
that, you know.
sister. Yeah,
Mm.
so he does have some relation to Bao. And he joined the Fatui because he thought it would be different. So
It's, it sounds like one of these guys that joined the what do you call that again? That joined in Naruto where they have Itachi and
the
them.
Akatsuki.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like that. So I mean, I'm hoping I have big hopes and dreams for him because he is very interesting, and this
Mm.
is based off of crumbs that we have been given. So I would really like to see what becomes of him. Hopefully, he'll be some, I don't know, maybe on par with Bao. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually interested to see how they're going to rate the levels of fatigue coming out because a lot of people keep saying the the clown guy is supposed to be really strong and Signora obviously is supposed to be really strong as well. Look at how she just puppy show Venti. So
If you ask me, I think Venti did
yeah,
that
I
on
always have
purpose.
like you think so?
I think so because you cannot
So
tell
I was
me
like
somebody just did
when I
that.
when I what yeah, I was like, how did they just puppy show the supposedly strongest guy in one start just like that? And like I was like, no man, Venti, man, ah.
Right? I mean, at
Yeah,
least with Zhongli, you know that he just gave it up voluntarily.
yeah,
But Venti was just,
but
I don't know. They just blast him as soon as he exit the church.
yeah, maybe he was drunk on that time.
Maybe. So yeah, so I mean, I'm looking forward to the rest of the characters. I'm looking forward to see what the rest of the year brings. We have our big event coming
Yeah,
up in September, October for our anniversary. Primos.
yeah, I'm looking. Yes, definitely, definitely. I'm hoping they don't give us too much trouble to get the primos. Just give us like a login day event, and just every time you log in, free primos.
Right? So yeah, so it looks like the rest of the year is going to be very interesting. They have a lot of events that are back to back. So
Yeah,
that's something to look
yeah.
forward to.
I like that they're putting the events back to back, so they're keeping the content up a bit. By the way, has how has your exploration of Inazuma been in terms of how you like completed a lot of things or most things or
Um
um
I have completed a lot of things. Mostly because Inazuma kind of forces you to explore because you have to look for the electro sigils, which are in all the treasure
yeah,
chests, which drives me mad, I must say. Um, and then now that we have to do bounties and will quest again for reputation,
yeah.
so it kind of forces you to go all over the place. I have completed most of the world quests. I think there's probably like a handful left
Mm.
that I haven't done. Um, I've done everything on the islands, like in terms of quests. So yeah, but it's only because the game kind of forces you to do that. Like even if you didn't want to do it, you have to do it at some point because the quest literally affects the world.
That's
So,
true
yeah.
because I remember I was barely doing anything. I was just farming for a yaka and then because the event I had to get I didn't have access to go to certain places. It kind of forced me to do certain quests just to get access to certain parts of the islands and whatnot. So like I know I'm a lot further behind than you and Covista, but
I
which
mean, you'll get there.
Yeah, which I'm always lagging behind. Like the only reason I ended up forcing myself to go and beat child was for me to start collecting materials for Zhao. So it's like it's always something that has to force me to get to that point and whatnot.
Yeah, well,
But
Inazuma definitely forces your hand because, I mean, to unlock a certain domain, you need to interact with a
yeah,
certain
true.
process. So all of that. Right
Even
now I'm
though,
still trying to get the
even
bow.
though, hmm?
I'm still trying to get the bow diagram for the 4-star bow.
Hmm. Even
But
like I was just about to tell you if you've gotten all the access to all the prototypes already.
I'm just missing the bow. That's all I'm missing. I have everything else. But the bow, you have to log in every day and interact with somebody
Hmm.
before you can get the bow.
So it's like it's time gated.
Yeah, so I have to log in, interact, and sometimes when you interact with the person, you will not get them. You'll not get the diagram. So
Or
it's kind of like, I mean, I can understand what MiHoYo is trying to do. They're trying to get players to play every day, but
yeah,
I mean at the same time it's time consuming,
yeah. Like
especially when you want to level up your tree.
yeah, like what's your level of a tree by the
I'm ashamed to say, but it's 10 because I don't have the patience, honestly.
well, I'm more embarrassed to say my trees too. By the
I've
way, have
tried
you?
to get it to 6, to 17, I should say. 17, I think it is, for me to unlock the next electrogram level, because there are some electroculuses hidden behind
Hmm.
the electro
Oh,
ball.
that's how you get through these things.
Yeah. So again, this is me who you're forcing your hand. You have to
Yeah.
play. You have to level up your tree, or else you will not get your electroculuses, your luxurious chests.
Hmm.
So I mean, kudos to them because you have to play every day.
So have you been using like YouTube guides and whatnot for these things?
Oh yeah, definitely. Let me tell you. Um, sometimes it's for the puzzles, especially because I've said this before, but I hate puzzles. I hate
Yeah.
Inazuma because of the puzzles.
Yeah.
So rather than waste my time, I just look up what I need to do for the puzzle because I ain't got
Yeah.
time.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way too. Yeah. Oh, by the way, what's the first level on the tree that you actually get an intertwined fit?
I am not too sure.
You haven't gotten one yet?
I have gotten a few actually.
Uh, because
But
what I was saying is like from the level I'm on right now, I can't really see where you got get the intertwined fit because I guess it hides it, and the higher you go up, the more it shows you what's
okay, let me.
coming.
I can actually tell you. Just give me
Hmm.
1 second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, these are things that force you to play the game every day. You want free wishes? Well, you have to level up your tree, and for you to level up your tree, you need to go treasure chest.
You know, somebody was saying like as they were running through Inazuma, they got at least like four multis. You think that's around true?
They got forward.
Around four multis, just like picking up chests, doing quests, doing the tree. They got around four multis.
Probably. I mean, I don't doubt it because I find at least in terms of rewards. Sorry, Inazuma gives you a lot. Okay, so
Mm.
the first intertwined fate is at level 2. You get 2 for the standard banner. The next one is at 7. You get 2 for the standard banner again. At 10, you get 1 for weapons and character banners. You get 2, sorry.
Oh, so it's 10. 10 is the first one.
Yeah. But
Oh,
remember, they have two types of intertwined filter. Well, I
well,
mean, sorry, I'm confusing them. But
yeah.
it's 10, it's 10, and well, I'm at 13. So I cannot see past 19.
Oh, okay. So
But
so far you can only see four. Like 10 is the only one.
yeah, yeah, that gives the intertwined fit. Yeah, 10. But most
Oh,
likely, if we're going like that, then the next time we might get it is at 20.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, hmm. So I wonder what's the max level. To me, I heard somebody say what the
50.
max level. 50
Yeah. You
for
know
this
how
part.
many? Yeah. Can you guess that? Do you know how many chests you have to open
That's
to get
crazy.
50?
That is crazy. So, but yeah, that's interesting. You know, but in Azuma. By the way, I was having a discussion with Clovista before the pod started. What do you think of like the different regions in terms of fun, or like which one do you actually rather in terms of like just being able to play it? Is it Mondstadt, Leeway, or Inazuma?
Um, Lihui, because
Leeway,
things aren't. Yeah,
interesting.
because things aren't trying to kill me there. Mondstadt I find is very small.
Hmm.
I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like Liwe is a lot bigger.
Hmm.
Um, Inazuma is very pretty. I must say, it's
Yeah.
aesthetically pleasing. But I mean, the world tries to kill you all the time. But that's a different story. And there are a lot of holes, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you fall through a crack, and you all of a sudden you're in a new area. And that, to me, that is kind of frustrating sometimes, like especially
Yeah.
when you're hunting for electroculuses and stuff like that.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Liyue is kind of my favorite, and I'm not just being biased because that's where Zhongli is from. But
Yeah. I was telling him Mondstadt is my favorite. Well, I think Mondstadt feels a bit smaller to me because of how like it's situated. Um like sometimes I forget that Dragon Spine is actually part of Mondstadt,
all
and then
right,
you have these little islands on a side that's actually part of Mondstadt too, and even where the dragon is
oh
as part
yeah,
of Mondstadt.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
so it's
sure
like
that I forget is part of Mondstadt sometimes.
yeah. So sometimes like it feels a bit smaller because sometimes you don't even really consider this place is part of Mondstadt. But I feel like yeah, Mondstadt is like easier because it's like the place you really start in, which is why I like it because the thing about leeway is good, but it's like there's so many mountains to climb. It just gets annoying sometimes, and
You
like
complaining about mountains, but you have Zhao.
yeah, but Zhao is like vertical dashing, not no horizontal dashing, not vertical going up. So it's like I don't have Venti, I don't have Kazua, so
Ah,
I don't have catching either. So it's like I'm always climbing. I'm tired of climbing, and I'm more climbing to do in Azuma. So in Azuma,
I don't find they have that many things to climb in Inazuma. It's you
in a,
have holes that you fall into. That's the thing.
it's not as bad as it's not as bad as Leeway in terms of mountains, but like especially when I'm farming for farming the samurais. There's certain places I have to go. Man, I just hold the up button and just look at and do something. That's why my my hand is holding the up button because um if I know if I try to dash up the mountain, I'm going to run out of stamina. So I'm just going to take my time, hold the up button, and maybe watch a video while I'm holding the up button.
I
So yeah, it can be a little bit annoying with all this climbing and whatnot, but like I agree, definitely agree that Inazuma looks really good, but
Oh yeah, it does.
I don't know, it has so many
Holes.
yeah holes, like places for you to die, things trying to keep you. It's like somebody
Something is
had, I
always
think.
trying to kill you in Inazuma.
Yeah, I think there was a meme for it, like in terms of Mondstadt is a really nice place and Inazuma is like a nightmare. So yeah, it's very interesting. And I'm really looking forward to like the new patches.
The rest of the islands.
Yeah, I'm hearing like the other islands will have like you know different kind of mechanics or whatever, or maybe even like
More
a different.
puzzles.
Definitely more puzzles, but I feel like they'll keep introducing different kind of stuff on the islands and whatnot. Um, but yeah, it's a lot of good content. A lot of people have been happy with it, so I'm happy that the game's finally reached a point where people can be satisfied
Oh
with
yeah.
it. I feel like Yomiya will just be like just a little pause before people get back into like the big content, and it will be interesting to find out like because I feel like a lot of people were saying for that Archon is like so full of mystery and whatnot,
Oh
so they're
yeah.
actually looking forward to the story, and like a lot of people say like it's a bit more interesting than the two previous Archons because of the
I
mystery.
mean, I can argue that because
Mm,
okay, in the first place, all of the Archons are a mystery.
yeah,
Because Harry thought it was just the Archons, and then you start hearing about Celestia, and
yeah.
then Zhongli starts to tell you about he was there, but then he didn't do anything because he signed a contract.
Hmm.
And that's kind of suspicious because
Yeah,
they thought
true.
it was him at first that destroyed. I'm not going to pronounce it because I'll make a butter.
Yeah,
So it's kind of interesting. I feel like all of the Archons are shrouded in mystery. Bal mostly because she's stealing visions rather than giving visions,
yeah,
which is an interesting turn. So I say all the Archons have their fair share of mystery. I think the only person that um is pretty straightforward is Venti,
yeah,
because you kind of know what person he is and you know his
yeah, true.
backstory.
Mm,
Um, sad. It might be sad, but then again, he was one of the younger Archons, so I guess he that's the excuse that he's young and he might not know necessarily
yeah.
as much as Zhongli would know because he's the oldest.
Oh, he's actually the oldest one of all of them.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting. No wonder they put him like so wise and
to plot.
yeah,
So yeah, but
yeah,
I mean I'm looking forward to the law. I love law, so
yeah,
there's
yeah. So, but yeah, it's really interesting to see how like the things are developing, and I heard they plan on going through a whole thing of like a 10 year cycle through going through all the lands and whatnot, and they decreased it to 4 years. So it looks
what?
like it
I'll be
looks like they
playing for
have,
a while.
yeah, it looks like we're going to be in that for a while. So but it's really interesting going through the different continents and whatnot. Um, um, I can't wait to see how they utilize Dendro and um, put everything into works because like I find it really interesting that they've started a game and then
The
they an
Dendro.
element. Everybody knows an element is there, but nobody knows how that's going to react. Not even the developers know exactly what it's going to do. So I
I
find that
suspect
really
they
interesting.
know, they probably know, but suspense.
Hmm.
I mean, suspense is a money maker. If you hear Dendro is launching next year, you probably won't stop playing until it comes out. But
True.
I mean, we already know that there is a Dendro character in the game that already exists in the form of
Yeah.
Baizu.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll wait and see, I guess.
So what are you excited for the Android users, or are you like, I guess we'll just see how.
I'm not necessarily excited.
Yeah.
It's just an element that needs to come out eventually. I'm not too
Mm,
fussed about it. I know you'd probably get some really wicked elemental reactions,
yeah.
especially with Pyro.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because if Pyro is burning everything around you, far less for if you mix it with Dendro. But
Yeah.
so yeah, so I think in due course it will come out. I'm not, like I said, I'm not necessarily excited. It's a part of the game that's going to come out eventually.
Mm,
Do I look forward to it? Yeah, kind of, because I am interested to see the kinds of characters that are going to become Dendro characters, apart from
yeah.
Baizu, which we know. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I think it's Baizu, and there's another one they keep mentioning. At
Yao Yao or
Gila.
something like
Yeah. 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 I really thought that they would have come out before Inazuma, but I guess not. I guess they're still working out the
that.
different
Mechanics.
mechanics and what. Yeah. But yeah, that's very interesting. But yeah, so since it's getting late, let's just round up. Well, I guess we'll by the time we meet next, we'll see how Yomiya plays out and Sayu in the community. If people will keep on hating on her like that. I feel like people will probably warm up to her a little more. Maybe not so much. As like, because I know people when Kazuha came out, people were just saying, "Oh, he's just a 5 star sucrose," and now
Yeah.
people know more better. So I feel like when people have a bit more time with the unit, I feel like they will be able to see what works better with them and what not. Because up to now, I still don't feel like I people fully understand how to utilize the new artifact set. I think
Oh yeah.
because yeah, I was just seeing today that they were talking about how the set is so good for Ningguang at C6. So like every time people are discovering new things. So and I think that's part of like what makes things more interesting. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm. So yeah, any closing thoughts or by you?
Well, the same as always. I mean, keep an open mind. The game is still young. It's a very young game. It's still
Yeah.
developing. So I mean, I hope we have a lot to look forward to. I mean, I'll still be playing. I don't know if I'll be playing for 4 years into the future, but who knows?
True.
um, so far, Inazuma has not disappointed me. I mean, it has its ups and downs, and I've
Yeah.
mentioned my likes and dislikes about Inazuma, but nothing to really complain about apart from puzzles. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think they still do have a lot in store for us, especially with the anniversary coming up. So yeah, we'll wait and see.
Yep. So yes, guys. Oh, thanks again, the legendary general for joining us on the pod.
Not a
Yeah,
problem, not a problem.
yeah, and we'll see you on episode what is 9, and I
Oh
guess
yeah.
we'll see how if any of us actually get the new character.
Well, good luck to everybody wishing.
Yeah, good luck to you guys, and we're out.
Later.